This Wild Sips is brought to you by Woodman Wines and Spirits.
Welcome to Wild Sips. Today I'd love to introduce my friend Erin here. Erin, I am so glad. Thank you, first of all, for joining me today.
When you're cooking, I'm coming.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love you, girl. Today, I'll tell you what I'm cooking.
Okay.
I am cooking pan-seared duck breast with wild mushroom rice.
That's one of my favorites.
Is it? Oh, I love that. So really fatty skin on the duck. I'm really looking for a nice crisp on that. What do you think would complement this meal?
Okay, so once again, what we're doing here is we're looking at those earthy flavors. We've got that beautiful, rich duck breast, and we've got that really nice key fatty note on top. And that's what's
Right.
gonna give it all of that flavor, all of that
Yes.
succulence, all of that richness. And that's what's gonna make it so delicious. And then we're gonna have the wild rice, which, by the way, did you know wild rice is actually a seed?
I did not.
Stick with me, kid. I'll teach you everything you need to know.
You're
It's true.
amazing.
I
You
know.
amaze me.
So, but wild rice has that sort of nutty, woodsy kind of element. And of course,
Absolutely.
mushrooms also are earthy and mushroomy. So I thought we'd brighten it up a little bit with a Tempranillo. Tempranillo, I'll give you $100 if you know where this grape is from.
No, I just want to say that word. That word makes me feel smarter.
Doesn't
Tempranillo.
it? Tempranillo.
Tempranillo.
So Tempranillo is the main red grape of Rioja, Spain. Yeah, so Spain has a couple of red grapes, of course, Garnacha being one of them, but Tempranillo is really what you're gonna find in Rioja, which is arguably the main, biggest, most popular wine region in Spain. And there's a lot of different levels of Tempranillo. I really enjoy this wine because I think it's a sophisticated gulper. Can I say that?
Okay, yes, please
So I think that there's a lot of nuance to this wine. I think that there's a lot of layers and interest to this wine, but I also think that it's one of those wines that doesn't command too much of your attention, you know? So it's just one of those friends that can blend in at the table and be part of the party, not demand all the attention for
Right.
itself.
Right.
So we've got sort of a medium ruby color here, right? A really nice, you know, beautiful vibrancy. This nose that sort of combines strawberries, like wild strawberries with
Right,
fresh cherries. And if you think about common flavors with duck, now of course we're not doing it with this particular dish, but often people might even put a little bit of a compote with like some sort of cherry sauce on duck.
Yeah.
That's a very
Yeah.
common flavor
Yeah,
pairing.
I've had that.
Yeah, so that's sort of where my mind starts to go. Like we've talked about in other episodes, I really like to pair my wines almost as an additional condiment. So that's sort of what I'm aiming at here. And on the palate,
It's almost a zing.
I like
Not a
that.
zing.
You zing, I'll zag. Yeah. No, but I really like, again, we've got some brightness,
Yes.
we've got some vibrancy. Do you get that sort of tannic bite? They're fine, but firm. Almost like a little bit of cotton candy in your mouth.
Yes.
Not sweetness, but that texture, those are the tannins. So what's going to happen when we pair this with the duck is that really nice protein, that really nice fat cap, that's going to latch on to this tannin and it's going to smooth it out. What it'll also do, that sort of earthy and the seasonings of the duck, what that will do is that'll promote this cherry, that'll come through. So this almost becomes like another sauce to your dish and it's just gonna be
Wow.
piece de resistance.
Zingy for sure.
Yeah, I really like this wine.
Yeah.
I think it's really great. I think it's a wine. I think it's a food wine. Like I think you like some wines you'll have and they're fine on their own or they're good on their own. Some I really like this wine, but I think that this is one that would work really well with food.
Right.